Mars glowed red in the dark. Once its deserts had whispered of courage, of rebellion, of the human will to endure. But now, those whispers carried something colder, something darker, the sound of division. After the war of conviction, the galaxy held its breath. The purists had fallen back, scattered into the void. Titan rebuilt. The first alliance stood, but alive. But peace, like all fragile things, began to crack from within. On Mars, the radicals who once fought for unity saw a new truth in the ashes. We saved the galaxy, they cried. We bled while Earth hid, while the belt trembled, while Titan begged for peace. It was Mars that stood first, and Mars that must lead. Their leader, Commander Varric Hale, stood before the domed city of Ares Prime. His voice echoed through the airless night. The Alliance is weak. The aliens will betray us when it suits them. And Earth will drag us back into chains. The crowd roared in answer. Flags unfurled, red banners painted with the dust of Mars. And beneath them, the movement grew. Elara Myles watched from Titan's council chamber, the transmission flickering across her console. Her face was pale, her eyes hollow with fatigue. "He's not wrong," whispered one of the counselors. "Mars did fight harder than anyone." Elara's voice was quiet, almost brittle. "They fought for all of us, and now they're ready to fight against us." On Earth, leaders hesitated. The scars of the war of conviction had not yet healed. "We can't afford another conflict," they said. "Mars will cool." They always cool, but Mars did not cool. It burned. The radicals called themselves the Red Sovereignty. They seized ports, communication relays, orbital guns. Ships that once bore the Alliance insignia now flew under crimson banners. Their broadcasts spread across the system. The galaxy trembles. Humanity must rule itself or perish beneath alien feet. Elara sent envoys, diplomats, soldiers, even old friends. None returned. Some vanished. Some joined the cause. In Titan's domes, the news hit like a blow. Alien allies watched in silence. "This is your species," one advocate whispered. "So quick to rise, so quick to fracture." Elara's jaw tightened. "You don't understand," she said softly. "This isn't weakness. It's the cost of freedom." Then Mars struck first. A red sovereignty. Fleet small but fierce descended on a convoy of refugee ships bound for Titan. Cargo freighters, filled with alien survivors, were blasted apart over the Martian moons. The transmissions that followed were filled with static and screams. Elara stood before the Alliance Council, her voice shaking. "They murdered the helpless. They killed those who came to us for safety. We cannot let this stand." Earth's envoys begged for restraint. "We can't risk a civil war," they pleaded. "Every shot we fire at Mars is a shot at ourselves." Elara turned to them, her eyes blazing. "Then maybe it's time we remember who we are." The Alliance prepared for war. Mars fortified its orbit, its surface gleaming with defense grids and hidden cannons. The belt armed in silence, waiting to see who would bleed first. And Titan, still recovering, became the heart of strategy once more. Elara refused to command from afar. She boarded the Solace, a rebuilt Titan cruiser, its hull still scarred from the purest war. "If we must fight," she said, "then I will face them myself." When the fleets met above Phobos, the stars themselves seemed to dim. Red against blue, human against human. The first shots of the Civil War shattered the fragile peace humanity had built among the stars. Missiles flared across the void. Mars. Fighters screamed through the black, swift and deadly. Alliance frigates answered with precision strikes, shields shattering under the onslaught. From Titan, the Advocate cruisers hesitated alien commanders torn between loyalty and fear. "They fight each other," one whispered. "How can we save those who destroy themselves?" Elara's ship trembled under fire. Her voice rang through the chaos. "Do not kill unless you must. Disable, cripple. They are still our own." But in the madness of war, mercy is a dying light. Varric Hale's forces struck without restraint, declaring, "If you will not kneel to Mars, then you will burn with your aliens." The Solace took a direct hit. Fire roared through its corridors. Elara was thrown to the ground, blood tracing down her temple. And through the smoke, she heard a voice, her comms officer, crying out, "They're targeting Titan itself." Elara's eyes widened. No, they wouldn't. But on Mars, in the Council of the Sovereignty, Varric Hale's order was clear. Strike Titan, and the Alliance before it infects us further. Missiles streaked across the void, bound for Saturn. The same planet that had once watched humanity rise was now watching it devour itself. Elara, gasping through fire and static, issued one final command. "All ships intercept. Don't. Let them reach Titan." The battle burned through the Chew. Night. Fleets shattered, orbiting. Wrecks drifted like tombs across the Martian. Sky dot, and when dawn rose over the red dust, Mars had not fallen, but neither had Titan. The missiles never reached their mark, but neither side could claim victory, only ruin. Elara's voice reached out across the shattered networks. Carried by static and pain, we bled for the stars. We fought for unity, and now we tear ourselves apart. If this is what survival costs, then perhaps the galaxy was right to fear us. Her words echoed through the void, unanswered. And on Mars, Varric Hale stared out at the crimson horizon, whispering to himself, "Fear us? No. They will follow us." The galaxy once judged humanity by its defiance. Now, it would judge them by the shadow they cast upon their own world.